Namaskar, let's begin. Today I wanted to talk about a watch from my home country, India. Meet the HMT Janata, a mechanical watch with a fully in-house movement that retails for around 2000 rupees or 24 American dollars. HMT is an Indian state-owned company. Now HMT stands for Hindustan Machine Tools, and this company manufactures machines. I bet you would never have guessed that. So HMT makes several machines including tractors, industrial equipment, metal presses, and of course watches. HMT was founded in 1953 but only opened their watchmaking division in 1961. During the 1970s and 80s, HMT was the largest supplier of wristwatches in India. In fact, according to some estimates, HMT has sold over 50 million watches. That's pretty mind-blowing considering that most of us today don't even know about this brand. However, the watchmaking division of HMT was unfortunately closed in 2016 due to heavy losses caused by mismanagement over the years. So although not actively producing new models, HMT still makes and sells some watches, mostly using leftover parts and movements. So please curb your desire for Langa level finishing here. But you can check out their website for some interesting watches that they still sell. And almost all of these cost under 5000 rupees or $60. As you can see, the design of the watch is really straightforward and utilitarian. Something like the Bauhaus of India, or should I say, Bauhaus. The watch has a compact 36mm stainless steel case, which is actually pretty well finished. I can see 3 different finishes here, with the bezel having a polished finish, with beveling along the edges and brushing on the sides of the case. The dial is topped off with a significantly domed crystal. I'm a fan of domed crystals because they add a level of visual appeal to watches. Overall, the finishing and design on the case is surprisingly good, especially given its price. The watch is also thin, sitting flat at around 10mm. Combined with its small case, this watch makes a great wear on most wrists, including my thin 6-inch wrist. Coming to the dial, you can see that the watch is a flat white color, which upon closer examination has the texture of an eggshell. The white dial has polished hands and is contrasted by the striking red seconds hand. I think that this hand introduces a good dash of color to the somewhat plain dial. The finishing here isn't the best though, with many imperfections clearly visible on the dial. But the most intriguing part of this watch for me are the numerals and text on the dial in the Devanagari script. This in itself makes the watch stand out. I don't own any other watch with the Devanagari script. Do you? If yes, which one? Let me know down in the comments. So the logo displays HMT and Janata. It also says Made in India at the bottom, with the words Parashock 17 jewels floating on top. Parashock, which means that the watch has a shock absorbing system. Basically, this system is designed to prevent the movement from being damaged if the watch is bumped into something or dropped. Now this term, Parashock, is often used on Japanese Miyota movements. So it would be no surprise to you to know that HMT was co-founded by the Citizen Watch Group, which also owns Miyota. Back in 1961, the Indian government employed the help of Citizen to set up this watchmaking wing in HMT. Citizen taught them how to manufacture everything right from the gears and springs, and eventually HMT started manufacturing every single component in-house. This fully in-house movement is the HMT 020, which is based on the Citizen 0201 movement. This is a very simple manually wound movement, which runs 20 to 30 hours when fully wound. Also, this movement is not very accurate. I've observed it to run anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes slow per day. For reference, a basic Seiko movement runs with a deviation of 10 to 30 seconds a day. So this HMT movement is definitely not winning any accuracy awards. This movement does have some pros. Firstly, it's a very simple movement and can be easily serviced in India. Also, how much do you have to pay for a Swiss watch to be able to see its movement? $400, $500 or $600 at a minimum? This $24 watch manages to fit in a transparent case to display its simple movement. which really makes me wonder how much profit these European watch brands and movement makers actually make. Now, obviously, this movement is not a visual masterpiece, but it's always nice to see the internals if given a choice. While the overall quality of the watch isn't great, I find the leather strap to be of really poor quality. HMT says that the strap is genuine leather, but if you know anything about leather, genuine leather is actually the lowest grade of leather that can be called leather. So perhaps it's no surprise that the black leather strap equipped on the watch is really flimsy, tears easily, and shows signs of damage even with light use. Now, I don't want to bash it too much because the watch costs less than $30. Most good straps themselves cost over $30 at a minimum. In fact, I think this might be one of the best watches you could buy for under $50 just because it's so unique. You're almost certainly not going to run into anyone else wearing one of these watches. And for many people, this could be a good starting point into the world of mechanical watches. If available in your region, I would highly encourage you to check out some of the HMT watches, and maybe you'll find something that you really like. At the end of the day, this isn't a watch you wear for its finishing, accuracy, or luxury. In 2023, you wear it because you want an affordable and basic, yet unique watch made by hardworking, simple people. It makes me happy to wear a watch that proudly displays "Made in India," but also a little sad knowing that the brand is now mostly defunct. Maybe in an alternate universe, HMT would have been the next big global brand. But in our world, it's a case of what could have been. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do hit the like button to support the channel. Also feel free to check out my Instagram, the Watch Out Official, where I frequently post more watch content. Next up, I'm reviewing another different and unique watch, this time from China. Consider subscribing if you want to see that first. Thanks again, and I'll see you all very soon.